Hmm. Kalalal, Basham Yoshai, Basham Mukakudash, double honors to the elders of GMS once again. You know, peace and salutations to the brothers on all four corners of the earth, preaching this word in truth and in sincerity still. You know what I'm saying? Day in, day out, in season, out of season. Okay? It's another small video here. You know, you get straight into it, man. You understand the word the Lord had spoken. This is Isaiah 24 from 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the world empty, the earth slacky. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. Look what going on. When you watch clippings and videos of what going on in the streets, yo, the entire place empty, the place clear. You understand? The Most High doing that. Verse 2. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Because there's nobody on the streets. You understand? As with the people, so with the priests. You understand? Brothers can't even go out and do the works. You dig? Because why? That quarantine, there was nobody on the roadside. That is same thing to tell people. So with the priest, so with the buyer, and with the seller, the groceries clear right now. Nobody ever going in the grocery car. Why? Everybody afraid. Everybody in the place. Verse 3. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord had spoken this word. You understand? Yeah, because the Most High had spoken it, and we know the words of the Most High don't return unto him void. Understand? The Most High spake these things into existence. He just give the word, and it shall be executed. Understand? This is Obadiah 1 and 8. Say, shall I not in that day, say the Most High, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of Mount Esau? Yeah, that day is upon us. The wise men can't find a cure for this shit. You understand? This virus running rampant, causing mayhem. You understand? He said he will destroy the understanding. They created this virus and they didn't know how to stop it. Ain't that some shit? They just want to use it to bring in the microchip and say, hey, this is the cure. Dog, come on, man, come on. We all know what's about to happen, you know. We just sitting back and watching it play out like a movie that we see 10 times before. You understand? Because when I hear the news now, I just be like, and what is the point? 10 people die today. And if the people only knew how much more people it have to die, I'm talking about hundreds a day and thousands and no, brother, that don't matter. In time to come, millions will perish an hour. Right? This is First Corinthians. Hey, Shalom, Bakata, brother Yara. Go up a scripture. We're gonna get a scripture. Jeremiah 15, 2 and 3. See what I say here. Jeremiah 15, 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Most High, such as are for death to death, such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity can. You understand? Because yo, this is part of the sword. This virus is part of the sword, man. You understand? So all who are dead now, who dead now. who survive had to face the famine because there are food shortages because the government's locking down borders and whatnot. Stuff not coming in as regular. People panic buying. So who had to die from famine will die from famine. And every time we talk about famine, we always mention how severe that death is because up till last night I was watching. I don't know if anybody know about the infographic show on YouTube, but I just watch regularly now. That is my my pastime. So I'll be watching that. And up last night they was talking about um, starvation and talking how Gandhi went 21 days without eating, and there are people who died when they went from between 40 to 73 days or whatever the case is. But they say it's a very slow, agonizing death. You understand? Verse 3. And I will appoint over them four kinds, saith the Most High, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Can. Because when nobody go back out on the streets, right? All the thing gonna happen. All the thing gonna really happen. Nature will take over, boy. Nature will run its natural course, do what it's here to do. You understand? And take over. In the cities, go be covered with grass, go return forest. You might see mountain lions roaming through the street, and I went to, what am I in Jumanji? In a blink of an eye, is trees where they not trees before coming through the pitch. You understand? Because why? The earth go replenish itself. You understand? Like what going on in Italy, it has swans in the lake, you're seeing fishes and whatnot. Because why? People is the problem. You understand? People playing God, these Edomites playing God. You understand? Them want to create and them want to destroy. But that is the lot. The most I get them that to deal with. You understand? That is all the lot. All they play shepherd for now. In time to come, everything will flow how it's supposed to be. You understand? They all part of the plan. First Corinthians 1. Karnak, as in I am legend. The same thing. Because these Edomites does release their stuff in the movies too. First Corinthians 1 and 19. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Yeah, the word prudence also means wise, so you most I just repeat it. Understand? It will bring to nothing the understanding. But they're trying to figure out, how this working so? Why we can't find a cure for this? No, because even though all they taught, all they conceptualizes, I guess, no. I was the hand of the most I at work by. All they taught, they said that all they was wise. No, brother. No. It have worse to come. And all they going to do it and achieve it and think it's to all and think all they could control it when no. The most I will like run rampant and destroy. You understand? Second Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 8. If all if I'm going quick is because the laptop saying battery low right now and I really don't want it cut off on me in the midst of this. Right? Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Understand? And he's saying that day the place could be black, like night, You know what it is? You know it's 8 o'clock in the morning and it's like 8 o'clock in the night, pitch black. Chariots cover the sky. That the brightness that he comes. You understand? When he start to destroy them with fire, that brightness. Fire is a light. They'll be destroyed by that brightness of he coming. Because that we coming with fire by a sword. Sword beat in heaven. Try the white press alone. When he must have return anywhere. Like, what a glorious day. I can't wait to wake up. Check the time, 8 o'clock in the morning, looking like 8 o'clock in the night, yo. And that is if I make it to that time, because I am all talking. I don't know when is my time, yo. If I had to go by famine, so be it. If I had to go by sword, so be it. You understand? As long as I go, I don't like it here. I don't like it here, boy. I say that and I feel by tears want to come on my. I really don't like it here. I'm telling you, boy. This work is a really a patience work, boy. Torment by every day is torment and slavery every day. My final scripture before this laptop cut off here. Revelation 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry. Alright, so I guess we back. I'm not sure if we're really back, but let's put in this last precept here, right? Revelation 11, and I was at the verse 8, I believe. No, it wasn't verse 8, no. 18. That is it, right? He said, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. You understand? That time is coming. You're going to destroy them that destroy the earth, and give reward unto who did the work, great or small. Understand? With that, Shalom. Kalalale Basham Yoshai Basham Mukakodash, double honesty is a generous once again. Understand? I'm Brother Manatazak. A little keep straight, keep focused, keep straight, keep firm. Understand? Keep firm, man. Almost at the end of this. Continuing what we was taught and just keep pressing, keep pushing. Don't give up. Not yet. Not ever. In season, out season. Understand? Shalom.